Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for smashing that like button on the way in. There's a few things that have come out of this interview with Amber Heard so far, and this is without the extensive version that we're apparently going to hear on Friday. But one bit in particular, when you listen to these interviews again and you think about the meaning and you think about the construction of the sentences, the choice of words, sometimes the meaning, potentially the real meaning, will bubble to the surface. Watch this clip and then I'll tell you what I mean.
Do you think that maybe he just had better lawyers?
I will say his lawyers did certainly a better job of distracting the jury from the real issues.
Now, in my first reaction to this interview, I said the following. Roll the clip. I sort of take issue with that comment because it suggests two things. First of all, that the lawyers are trying to distract someone, and distract usually suggests that it's somehow inherently dishonest. So if someone's trying to distract somebody from something, they're trying to divert their attention away from it, there's a certain implication that that might be dishonest there. The second thing is, if someone can be distracted or has been distracted, then it's suggesting that the jury has been distracted in that effort, and there's no suggestion for that. There's certainly no basis for it. There's certainly no evidential basis for it. And so I think that's an unfounded comment, both as against the lawyers and as against the jury. However, having reflected on it, as many of us often do, but not necessarily within the first listening of it, listening to the wording that she chose again. When asked the question, do you think Johnny Depp had better lawyers? Obviously, the meaning of the question was, did you lose the case because Johnny Depp's lawyers were better than your lawyers? That was the question. But the choice of wording in the response, I think, is actually quite interesting. She says, I think his lawyers did a better job of distracting the jury from the real issues. Now, obviously, in my first reaction to this video, I took offense to it on behalf of the lawyers, because to distract somebody is like a sleight of hand, and it suggests some kind of dishonesty, some kind of distraction technique. You know, don't look over here, look at what I'm showing you instead. But actually, there's potentially another meaning, a very subtle meaning beneath the surface. When she says they did a better job of distracting the jury, for something to be better, you have to compare it with something else. If his lawyers did a better job, better than who? Did a better job than who of distracting the jury? There was only one other team of lawyers that were addressing the jury in this case. So just maybe this is a Freudian slip on her behalf by saying that they did a better job of distracting the jury from the real issues. Perhaps she actually means that her lawyers were trying to distract the jury from the real issues onto, for example, Johnny Depp's bad behavior or his problems with substances and so on, which he openly accepted, admitted, and explained. But just perhaps the meaning behind this is that she is saying that her lawyers were attempting to distract the jury, and in her mind, this was all one big game as to who can distract the jury better, who is better at, as she put it, distracting the jury from the real issues. In her mind, and in her interview, in her own words, she says that his lawyers were better at distracting the jury. Does she mean, let me know what you think in the comments, does she mean that they were better than her lawyers at distracting the jury from the real issues? If so, that could be a real window into what she's really thinking about this trial. Let me know what you think in the comments section below, and of course check out my other videos. I will be doing some longer ones, some smaller ones, but they're all going in a playlist. You can check them all out in the playlist below. In the meantime, make sure you smash the like button on the way out if you didn't on the way in. Hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications. Make sure you subscribe, and as always, thank you for watching.